how effective is your system in the night game setting, like outside
Well,
on
what do you
street?
mean by night? What do you mean by night? I've seduced women on airplanes at night. If you mean bars and clubs, ineffective, doesn't work, go to Erik. I don't
And I'm
know.
going to
I
disagree
have
with you there because your stuff does work and it would work in a club if you can get them to the quiet area and get to a sit down. When you're in one-on-one with the girl, you can run patterns. When you're in a group with people, you can, but everyone's going to hear it and is going to be entertained by what you're saying.
Wait. Is that a tacit statement that you do run patterns when you get them one-on-one and quiet?
No. I'm saying that you can. I've seen you do it. You've worked a waitress. I saw you work a waitress. She was titillated. She enjoyed your company. We also know what you're like. We don't have to watch you do a set to understand what you're like because you're doing a set with us. We get to judge, the type of person you are.
No. My question is, why not use language patterns, speech selection language patterns, once you have her in comfort and you've got her in a quiet place? I think it would be an ideal place to use them.
Well, I like going Kino.
You
Rather
can
than elicit her emotions through wordplay, I would rather physically escalate. It's more fun. Like if you don't kiss the girl, she may get bored and leave.
I agree.
If you kiss the girl, she'll stick around.
You can do them again. This is a matter of the misconception that you have to do it sequentially. You can do these things simultaneously and together. I think this is one of our major disagreements is whether you do things simultaneously or whether you do them sequentially. I'm saying all of these things you can do simultaneously if you have the skill set. You don't have to do them sequentially.
I see that as an error. Beginning at the end is to begin with seduction.
I don't think you're beginning with seduction. You're beginning
in the middle is to.
I don't think that's what you're doing.
Friends.
I think what you're doing is doing things simultaneously. It's not about beginning or ending. It's doing things simultaneously.
Okay, so my belief is that there is a timeline and you have to do things sequentially on a timeline and you cannot go back in time. It's a sequence. So you have A1, A2, A3, move to C1. Every set.
It's called recursion.
A3, move to C1. Every set. That's pickup.
It's called recursion. When you could return the things.
That's right. No need for recursion because you solidified the objective of every phase in order. And so when you've completed one phase, you then move on to the next.
I don't think things happen in distinct
phases.
Okay, and it works for me not to do it that way.
Tens of thousands of people,
tens of thousands of my students to do things simultaneously and to do it doesn't take 7 hours. You can do it in less than an hour, and it's not.
You're compromising solid game. You're compromising a successful relationship.
I don't think that's
true. Get buyer's remorse if you do it under a minute.
I don't. Well, a minute. I'm not claiming.
No, under an hour. Forgive me. Under an hour. It can be done. Certainly, I've opened with makeouts. I can open with makeouts or open in qualifying. Presuming I have attraction because I'm seen with girls. But the solid game is to do it step by step. Don't skip steps. No need. You don't have to shrink the time. If you slow it down, she'll speed it up. All you do is A1, A2, A3, move to C1. Every pickup is like that. And it gets you a solid interaction to isolate your woman of interest on a couch, get to know each other.
Maybe you can do it simultaneously. I can guarantee you, when I talked to that woman on the airplane, she was fascinated. And the fact that I was so intelligent also got her aroused. And she felt comfortable with me all simultaneously because I showed I was very curious and that I understood her world. All of that happened either simultaneously or so quickly in sequence that virtually can be viewed as simultaneous. That's where we have a major disagreement.